Our contestant, Kaishika Rodrigo. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Kaishika Rodrigo.
Thank you. Sir, have you ever tried to be a superhero in your life? Has your wife ever questioned you? Who do you think you are? Yeah. Madam, have you ever tried to be smart and brave and amazing? Has anyone walked up to you and said, who do you think you are? Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guests, this intimidating question, who do you think you are, has been the reason behind my failures, yet recently, the reason behind my success. Let me tell you. When I was 6 years old, I was cute, and I was talkative, and that was a bad combination for my mother. That was just one thing she asked me to do. Keep quiet. Now, forgetting this golden rule, at a gala dinner, she went and sat at the right end of the table. After the salads were served, I looked at my daddy's plate. I looked at mom. Again looked at daddy's plate. Again looked at mom and said, Mommy. She said, yes. Caterpillars. Sorry, honey, you need to speak up. I can't hear you. Can you eat caterpillars? Daddy's eating something like a caterpillar. My mom's face flushed with anger. She got up from her seat, came up to me, apologized, took me to a corner and said, who do you think you are? To which I replied, no, Mommy, it's how I wonder what you are. The punishment wasn't much, but the message was deep. To speak the truth, you needed to have an age, and 6 wasn't it. When I was 16 years old, I was traveling with my grandmother in a taxi. Once we reached the destination, the taxi driver said, and that'll be $32, madam. I took out a $50 bill and I gave it to him. To which he politely replied, sorry, madam, I don't have change. I looked at him and I said, it's okay, you can keep the change. I got down from the taxi to look at my grandmother's face, looked something like this. Did you just give an $18 tip for a $32 ride? Yeah, who do you think you are? I looked at my grandmother and I said, Grandma, let's think of it like charity. Oh, charity. An imbecile who does not know the value of money is trying charity. 5 years fast forward, I was a reserved chorister in a choir of 100 voices performing to an audience of 2,000. A reserved chorister. Now, the highlight of this being that it was directed by a British choir director who never believed I could sing. I went for every rehearsal, stitched my own cassock, and sat at the rehearsal thinking at least one of these voices would faint and fall off for God's sake. But none of them did. 5 minutes into the curtain raise on the day of the event, the open soloist collapses. And this British choir director panics and says, would you take up? Could you sing? Could the one at the back sing? I've trained 100 voices and none of you could. This is ridiculous. Now, I knew this was my chance. So I walked up to her and I said, Madam, may I? You should have seen the look on her face. She looked at me and said, what? What's some reserved chorister to open the show which I put my heart and soul and blood and... Don't you dare. I looked at her and I said, Madam, you have 5 minutes and 1 choice, just like in the movies. She walked away with disappointment and anger. Now, I didn't have much time, so I picked up the mic. I went to the center of the stage. There's 100 voices behind me, 2,000 people in front of me. The orchestra, the ambience is great, and I'm thinking to myself, Kaishika, who do you think you are? I take the mic a little closer, and I close my eyes, and I sing. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. When I opened my eyes to a standing ovation. Now, I wasn't expecting it, so I give a thumbs up to the audience. I wave, and I walk away. And there stood this British choir director. And she looks me in the eye and says, I never knew. I look at her and I say, Madam, this is who I think I am. Ladies and gentlemen, what do when your own people, your community, people who are supposed to see something in you, people who are supposed to believe in you, don't see it? What do? You're 60 years old who's lost 40 shots as an entrepreneur? Don't stop. You're differently abled, but you want to make this world an able place? Don't ever stop. You're 26 years old and global warming bothers you? Don't stop. Because you are a unique fingerprint, a very special DNA that does not deserve to take its greatness to its grave. So next time, when someone questions you, hey, who do you think you are? I look them in the eye, smile, confidently yet humbly say, someone better than yesterday, better yet, someone you haven't met yet. Who do you think you are? Mr. Contest Chair? Thank you very much.